I'm Tyler Kettle, and this is a reading of In Space, No One Can Hear You Clean, October 1st, 2030, continuing from a previous piece. I remember falling through darkness. Wind tore my face. I should have been scared. I should have been hopeless. But oddly, I felt elation and the feeling of gravity upon my body. I'd been without it for so long that I had almost forgotten its touch. Almost. I fell farther and farther, waiting the end of the pain and misery of not just the past year, but all my life. Soon, old demons of my mind were quieted forever. The elation did not last long, for it was pushed aside by a cascade of thoughts. When am I going to hit the ground? Is it going to hurt? Why did I pick jumping? Could have found some pills on the ship and overdose. Would have been far less painful. And what if I survived this? Then I'm just going to have to get up and try again, or just go look for some pills. Aspen should do it, right? I wish that someone told me how long jumping takes. Right, guess I can't. By the way, where was the whole light flashes before my eyes bit? Because all I saw was darkness. A minute went by and a new thought started to shove its aside all the other thoughts competing for attention. Did I really want to kill myself? The question grew and grew until I was like, I don't actually want to die. I moved my arms out and waved them up and down, hoping that would slow my descent or cause me to fly like Superman. Maybe Superman would come save me. Well, I'm no Lois Lane. More like the Walmart clearance bin version. No one really wants to save that. Not even Superman. I stopped waving my arms. I gave in. Might as well accept my fate. Then I hit the rocky ground and the expected pain arrived with a fury. It coated my body like fire, touching upon every bone and every fiber of my being. All I could feel was pain. In the midst of this torture, I wondered where death was. Was he or she running late? Did they forget their scythe? I managed to move my head off the hard surface and spat blood out. Death, where are you? Come take me, you idiot. I yelled into the darkness. No one answered my call. I lay there, feeling the pain back away. Bit by bit, it retreated enough that I reached an arm out and felt the edge of a cliff. At least I thought it was a cliff. Hard to tell in this darkness. I pressed a hand as the ground and rose to my feet. Strangely, nothing was broken. Pain still circulated at a slow speed throughout my body. Not the fury it was a few moments ago, but still present. Why am I not broken or dead? I walked towards the edge of the cliff. Still had no idea if the edge was a cliff. It could have been a small step for all I knew. Stop moving. A lower toned voice said from darkness. I stopped. Who's there? I stared around me, but all I could see was the deep gloom. A light sparked life in the darkness, and I could hear footsteps approaching me. I did not know whether to prepare to defend myself or jump over the edge. The footsteps in the light got closer until I could hear them only a few feet away. Then I saw a man's face appear in the darkness, lit by a lantern in his hand. He looked exactly like me. You sure took your time getting down here, the man said as he stopped mere steps from me. Who are you? I stared with confusion at this newcomer. What a stupid question. You know who I am, right? The man said to me, answering my confused look with identical one of his own. You can't be me. That doesn't make any sense, he stated. Nothing makes any sense down here, friendo. My twin placed the lantern on the ground and adjusted a knob on it. The light grew larger and basked the area in light. It allowed both of us to see each other more clearly, and I could see that there was a large, dark pit in front of us, mere inches from my own feet. Other than the ragged clothes the man was wearing, he had the same face as me, right down to the slight scar on the chin, the result of a childhood accident involving a set of concrete steps. Where is down here? I asked. Both rock bottom, all the rock bottoms. What's that? Another rock bottom? Point of the pit. No, that's the end of the line. The man stood next to me, staring at the pit. End of the line? Is it death? I asked. Yeah. So if I jump, that's game over permanently. Seems oddly intriguing. Or terrifying. The man answered back. That too? I softly said, and my thoughts returned back to death. One jump would be all it would take. Then everything would really be over with. What do you think is down there, other than death? I asked. I'm not sure. Hard to know that without taking the jump. He must have some theories. I glanced at the man, watching him think to himself for a few moments. My only theory is this: darkness. I don't think heaven or hell is down there. If that's what you're trying to get at, the man stared in the pit. Why do you think that there isn't a hell or there isn't a heaven or hell down there? Same reason I don't believe in UFOs. Hard to believe in something that you can't see with your own eyes. Even if people talk about it and write books about it, doesn't make it real, you know. The man replied, and silence took shape between us. Took a step towards the edge and looked back at the man. Why haven't you told me not to do it? Isn't that what people say in these situations? I asked. Why would I? You seem to have your mind made up. The twin answered. Yeah, it's made up, all right. Said with a bit of hesitation in my voice. Moved my foot back. Why do you look like me? What are you really? I asked. I thought you were going to jump. Stop stalling. Just tell me. The man took a breath. It's true, I am you, but I'm also all the parts that you tore off yourself. All these supposed quirks and oddities, the things that made you who you stripped away and tossed them down here. All in the hope that in doing so, people might accept you and see you as normal. The man did air quotes with his hands. That's not true. I've always been myself. I kicked a rock and I fell down in the pit. I wouldn't say always. You don't remember holding back a comment or not doing something you wanted to do? Or believing in something just to make someone else feel better? I could go on, but I didn't get a picture. You worried about everyone's opinions so much that you lost track of who you are. And a little psychosis episode didn't help either. Just accelerate what's going to happen. Eventually. So here we are. The man gestures a bit. I didn't know I was doing that. No one ever does. What do we do now? I asked. Well, that's up to me. That's up to you. You could jump, or you can take back your identity. The man held out his hand. I stared at the hand over the edge. If I take back my identity, that means I have to live as everything that I am, I said, still viewing the palm. Picture of intrigue and fear. Better to live as who you are than half the way you are. I'm scared. I'd be surprised if you weren't. The man's palm was still outstretched. Took one more look over the edge. Thought about it and the other option in front of me. I grabbed the man's hand and I felt a powerful jolt of raw energy. Ran up my arm and hit my head. Almost caused me to black out. I tried to take my hand away, but the man gripped me tightly. Die has been cast. No going back. My twin's fingers locked me in an iron grip. More and more energy passed through me, and before long it coated every cell and fiber of my being. Somehow it wasn't painful. It wasn't comfortable. Even in the low light, I can see the man's face starting to go transparent, followed by the rest of his body. A few moments passed, and he had almost vanished. Only the bits and pieces of his face remained. I hope you do incredible things, Matt. The rest of the man's face disappeared completely, and my twin is gone. I stood there for a few minutes, feeling the electricity still continually moving from my body, before it started to settle and retreat from my senses. In a few short seconds, I didn't feel it at all. It felt different, not in a strange way, as if I had returned to myself after a long time away. I took a few steps away from the edge, and it was like my own footsteps moved with more purpose. Felt good. How the hell are they going to get out of this place?